I mean, everything's annoying to pay for. I mean, in the sense that I was saving up 100,000 to build this last bit of track. Oh, and it's being resupplied. That's nice. I mean, it's got an oil symbol, but it's doing both water supply and oil supply. I wonder if there's a technology that speeds this up, because that looks quite slow. 28. I mean, the day hasn't changed in a while. Does the game go faster when you zoomed out? Maybe. Anyway, seeing as we're waiting for cash at the moment, and we have a plan about how to use our next bit of cash, we'll do that. No lines are losing a significant amount of money. Somehow Foster Terminal to Albany and Foster Terminal to Buffalo are, but they shouldn't be. Look, it's got all these vegetables. So maybe that's just a... I guess no one else wants vegetables. Am I losing money on these because, well, I thought the vegetables are doing fine. But nobody wants clay, or clay isn't part of this warehouse, is it? So Foster Terminal maybe needs a warehouse. Right. So that we can have two warehouses over here, two warehouses over here, and they can do different things and, you know, take things from... You have a route from here to here, and here to here, here to here, here to... Yeah, something like that. Sure. Anyway, we have the money to build that extra bit of track. This track. And we're going to set directions. We're going to follow the direction up here, so this one comes down. Oh no, that's different. Because those ones are on different lines, actually. Wow, that's... And that's the express anyway, I think. Yeah, this whole thing's a bit odd and offset and stuff. Anyway, well, this one goes out that way, so this one should go out that way. And you can come in the other way. Actually, I should probably follow the look what happens here. And it's the opposite, isn't it? Is it? No, no. On the right, it's coming through. And the one in is going there. I think so. There's too many lines. It'd be nice if they were maybe coloured in a different thing. So we got the direction, then we want the gridiron. Oh, these two are a gridiron. These two don't. Interesting. Worth it. I'm not quite sure what's using that middle line then. Was that the express? Does it not? Maybe because the express never stops here, it doesn't actually need it. Anyway, and we need a gridiron at this end. And here is a... Yeah, you've just got 2x2x2. Anyway, that needs to be slightly longer for some reason. We won't ask. And now if we have a line which goes from Albany to Davis Terminal and one from Davis Terminal to Boston, I think we just make it Albany to Boston. And if we have one which is Syracuse to Davis Terminal, we just make it Syracuse to Boston. Let's change those then. So So maybe I scrap this line. It'd be nice if I could move this car onto that one, right? It'd be nice. Because I have to catch this at some point when it hasn't got stuff on it. Even though it says it'll refund the money. Do I trust it? Right, so we're going to edit this line. I'm going to add in Boston. And when it says waypoint 2, we're going to put Boston up there. I think it's worked it out, but, you know, we can add those things in. In fact, do I even want it to go to Albany direct? Maybe. I don't really know. Does it need to stop in Davis Terminal again? I suppose so. Let's put that in. In fact, no. Waypoint 2 then needs to be the last one. So we're going Davis Terminal. Oh no, this is wrong and strange. It's got to go Davis Terminal, Albany, Davis Terminal, Boston. So waypoint 2 was correct. But then we go Davis Terminal, then we go waypoint 3, then Boston waypoint 4. So we're going there. Where's waypoint 1 gone? It's hidden. It is there. There 1, there 2, there 3, 4. Or there 4. Anyway, I think that's right. 2 trains. Utilization. I mean, you could do it with an extra train then. It's fine. Let me just put it as that for now. Confirm. And this one we'll have to keep an eye on. Because we might get rid of that. And the other one then, now that Syracuse goes all the way... I mean, Stevens stop... Oh no, Stevens stop is that one. But I don't know if our... Oh, we had passenger line from here, but it's only a single track, I think. Anyway, Syracuse then. So we're going to edit this line as well. And we're going to add on... Oh, that just goes Syracuse to Davis Terminal and back. I mean, maybe that's fine. It appears to be full, but maybe just add a new line then between Syracuse and Boston. Again, I don't think you should have this many lines. You should have the number of trains that you need on each line. But let's do it. Is that choosing the correct track? No. No, you are not. Well, if I tell it to be freight, but let's choose the correct track. No. So it's going that way out. I suppose in terms of waypoints, it then works it out. Like it's happy. All I needed to do was give it the one waypoint. But I could just help it along this way. Which I suppose maybe won't work. No, Boston comes after all of those waypoints. And then on the way back, it has to go past the... Oh, no. How do I get rid of that waypoint? Delete. And I want you on that track, unsurprisingly. And then on that track. And then you're back in Syracuse. Excellent. Right, locomotive The fast one trains. I mean, it thinks it could have 2. Great, confirm, but I can't afford it. Let's fast forward time then. And maybe waiting some time. Just need that cash to roll in. I mean, my average balance per week has gone down because of some of the businesses which I've had which have not quite worked out. Oh, it flashed for a second. Needs to be more on the ball. When a big payload comes in. Nope. Oh, I think I clicked it. It doesn't, no. It's the one that counts. I mean, that's not quite enough. There we go. Okay. Corn. And annoyingly, all this corn is not for Boston. Even though our task, by when? 1833, is to deliver corn, can't even speak now, to Boston. Have you had it delivered? There is 15 en route. Fine. Maybe it's taking a slow route because it's going through Davis Terminal. Actually, let's go look at the warehouse. So you've got 3 corn for Bangor. Fine. I mean, I'm now making less money per week. Do need to find out which train lines are making money and which ones aren't. And if there's a reason to fix that reason. It's like this one. Syracuse to Boston to waiting to be deployed. And this train is going. So yeah, I either add another warehouse here, and then I match up the warehouses. So Syracuse and Davis Terminal have the same things as... Well, no. Syracuse and Boston have the same things, and Boston Terminal and Davis Terminal have the same things. That works except for the things that it produces. Okay, so getting a bit more money. Let me just check the company. Like, I'm still losing money in production, am I? Isn't actually updated. Be nice to see all the businesses though. I think these were making a loss, but are now making a profit of more per week. 3,000, 7.6 thousand. Sure. This business though, the dairy products one, definitely making a loss. Vegetables making money, but outstripped by this one making a loss. Yeah, and that's the reason why I need a warehouse. So if I was to build a warehouse here, 6 goods per warehouse. I mean, this one wouldn't need to specify things like corn or wheat, but it's matching one. Well, it wouldn't have to specify sugar, but it has to specify those things. So I'd lose one, because this has 2 things it can have. But I suppose it's still a good place for it. Here is better than here because this can store both things. Or at least, it's not about storing it, but it has access to it. Sure, let's go with that. And then, I don't know, if I start moving the goods, is it going to complain? So like here, it hasn't got any grain on the list, but actually I want it to have grain. And it's got meat, but let's get rid of the meat. Or, you know, if I go look at Boston, because Boston has direct access to meat. So it doesn't need meat there. And this is like storing grain, but it would be good if it didn't store these things, because these are stored for somewhere else. Lumber for Buffalo, Bangor, Portland. Okay. So apparently lumber's useful. Unless I extend my existing lumber line. I think Boston should be linked up with Syracuse, because it has the direct beer link as well. And on this side it has meat, and the other side will want meat. So that's the good swap. You clearly don't need sugar though. So I'm going to take that off. And I'd like you to not do grain. But I guess I have to do it slowly. Don't know. Take meat off of you. And what are you going to store instead? Vegetables? Or milk? Let's do vegetables first. Well, you don't need to do lumber then. Even though it says it's there. Just going to take it off. I mean, I could do clay. Oh no, vegetables. So I just add vegetables here. No, not that. Warehouse. No, I didn't. But Syracuse is going to have the vegetables. It has to have the vegetables because it's got the direct connection. Right, so Boston's extra one is going to be vegetables. Which means Davis Terminal's extra one is not going to be vegetables. It's so confusing. Right, get rid of that. Again, it's going to have milk as well. It shouldn't need beer. I don't know, what are all the things? Okay, store milk. Fruits, maybe? Clothing, wooden planks. Milk and dairy. That'll spread it out, maybe. Get people using up that. I mean, there's a direct link from Albany to there, so it doesn't need to also go to Foster Terminal, because that can have a direct link to there. Interesting. And did Boston have clothes as well? I don't know which Boston is the right one, apparently. It does. Buffalo and Syracuse. Because maybe it shouldn't. You've got a warehouse, right? Good, I'm not going crazy. You got loads of things coming in. Meat as well is the one which I would want you to link up with. I mean, I know it's stored here, but let me remove cloth or lumber. No, you need the lumber. You're not going to store these things for much longer, though. How do I wean it off, having all that stuff in stock? I don't know. Anyway, I think it's either a slow job or I just take the hit. So it wasn't any of those things. I mean, cotton could do. Sugar, yes. Cloth. Yeah, I mean, if we get you to hold on to those things. Milk. Cheese. Not salt. Maybe clay. No, clay needs to go into Syracuse. As does coal. Don't know. Just start with that for now.
Finished until 1825.
I did not.
A little sorry that it is to become obsolete so soon.
I don't know which one of these is the Erie Canal, or if they've even got it on the map. Anyway, so Albany grew, which is good. Has reached 60,000 citizens. Somehow we have delivered only 2 loads of corn to Boston, but we've delivered about a dozen to some other backwards places. If I go look at the warehouse here, you'll see Bangor, Boston, Portland. Great. We can get fruits in. I could extend that line, or the milk, which is now being stored in Foster Terminal. I could have that line go here and even, store clay here. Oh no, it doesn't really link up though. That's the problem. That's why it needs to be stored here, including the milk. So maybe things that you're storing, corn, I mean, I do want you to stop storing that. And meat as well. I don't get it. It's like you have a demand for meat and you're not fulfilling it. But you have a direct connection with another place which fulfills meat. And buffalo as well, right? Buffalo would really like the meat. Not getting it. Well, I don't know. Let's make you store meat, seeing as the other one doesn't want to. And we'll remove it from Syracuse. And let's store clay. Because I own a clay place and I want clay to be used. But where can I then... No, not maintenance. Warehouse. You're just not storing anything. You don't need to store beer, I don't think. But you can store clay. For some reason. Don't ask why. But you can. And this dairy place is still losing me money. Excellent. I mean, in the negative way. Could connect up the fruit. Everyone likes fruit, right? I mean, except for children. Cool. So I'll pay not very much. And then we'll link this up to Boston. It will need to be a warehouse for it, though. So I'm losing even more money. Is that... Okay, so I didn't get any bonuses, that's why. Losing more on production now. Making slightly more from freight, slightly less from passengers, a lot less from mail. I don't know if that's because some of my mail lines were not as good. I'm not quite sure why the interest rates are higher here than here. When they automatically renew, do they... Okay, dairy farm near Quebec City. Let's just close that for a second. Okay, and also it's now holding onto those goods. This thing or this thing? It's fine. I think it was this thing. No one bought it because why would you? Okay, there is also a connection bonus. So we should try and connect it. Even though it's not useful. We'll take the cash. And actually, well, there's the bonus for connecting this first. I was going to say we could connect the fruit farm that we just bought. And well, before we forget, let's look at research. So we have 300, but we could get the Derwent, which is completely unpopular. Well, not completely, but mostly. By accepting parcels at the train station, it would be more convenient for population to send packages, increasing the amount of packages in all cities with one of your train stations by. Take better care of locomotive theft by reducing maintenance. Could be useful. Like, if we didn't need a train, but part of me just wants to go down the tech tree because, you know, what year is it? 1832. And this is 1839. So I'm ahead of time if I go for that. The refrigerator car as well. I did have the ability to put that on. So I don't understand why that is here. Employees can vote at meetings in some areas. This increases the popularity of the company. I mean, they're all just muchness. Like, maintenance requirements reduced by 5%. I mean, that's good, but is it worth 200 points? Going from this train, which is faster, but not as good at pulling stuff as that. And also, it's highly reliable, but what does maintenance requirements mean? Is high good or bad? I don't know, let's just go with that. As soon as technology has been unlocked, the good type paper can be requested by cities. Oh, so then even more things. That's cool. I like that. Anyway, so we were going to try and connect this up. Because we get paid if we do. So the train station. We also... Well, there's two things here. So that's salt. We would probably, after this place, there's nothing else up in this corner. So we would maybe come around to Quebec City or like this thing. So we'd want it to be at a slight angle. Like so, I guess. Sure. And then let's build the track. And, oh, I forget which one I was going to do. So these two are my express. These two then are the freight. And this is going to be a freight-dominated line. So if we bring this one, and it joins up. Although if I'm joining up Quebec City, it's going to need its own passenger line as well. So I can't just connect it in to the very end one, which means I have to connect it into that one. That's expensive though. I mean, especially if they're making me pay 800,000 for a tunnel. No, thank you. Right, let's... How do we get it without a tunnel? Why is it building a tunnel? I mean, it's downhill, and it's going under this, but even still... I feel like we could do it without a tunnel. No? Yeah, you're getting a bit of a conflict. Yeah, that's the best way to build a bridge. Just gonna build vertically upwards. Okay, so if I bring it back out then... Yeah, you're building a bridge and a tunnel at the same time. So I can raise it up. And then it decides that it's building a bridge. But then that's a 9% slope. That's definitely not what we want. It's definitely cheap, but it needs to be... It can't be so steep. Steep is bad. Trains do not like steep. So it kind of needs to go down this line. Like, the contours suggest as much. I mean, I could... Don't know. This is going to take some playing around with. Like, maybe I want to go that way. Again, it's building so many tunnels. This is a complex route. And now, what is it doing? Is this going downhill? Right. Maybe it's better if it just builds a bridge over the whole thing, but it's still then really tall. Challenging. Maybe it's my own fault for putting that in the way, but... I mean, it's better if it takes this line, because that's less steep. But then I've got, you know, it wants to build a bridge. That's way too high. So if I do that, that's 6%. And then it goes off into doing stupid things again. Right, let's get rid of that point for now. Why does it say that's 8% of a slope? Oh, wrong button. Let me go back to this one. So, like, I understand it building a tunnel into that. That is probably smart. But it still says it's 8%. And if I go down... Like, I just flick it up by one click, and it does something really strange. Again, one button. Maybe if I move that somewhere, does it become better? I saw a 5%, but even 5% is too high. Just go over there somewhere? No. 25%. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but then the next leg isn't, is it? Really, really horrible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, and if you think you would enjoy more, then please subscribe, or even join me live on Twitch. Whilst it's cliche, all of these will help the channel. On screen is something carefully curated, or something the YouTube algorithm suggests, or maybe even both. In any case, have a great day.